Hello there guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? I'm Dardi.b and this is my channel in Cypher, which is a place where I dedicate my psychic abilities to help you receive deeper insights, understandings, and growth along your journey in becoming your best version of self. By clicking on this video, you can be sure that there are important messages within this reading that are specifically for you to uncover that will really help you along your journey. Always, always, always remember to take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, as this is a general reading for the collective. This video is not time sensitive, and what that means is the messages within this video will enter into your awareness when you attract them in, which can be dictated by things like your vibration, your higher self, and your spirit guides. So I'm so excited to get into this today. We're checking in with what your divine purpose may be. All right, if you're really unsure about that, the obstacles you may face with it, the guidance for getting you there, and what will really help you to achieve your divine purpose in this lifetime. Okay, so if you do enjoy my style on this channel, then please click on that subscribe button below. Stay in the loop. I post videos every single week. Now, if you know how pick a card readings work, then feel free to jump into the timestamps below. If you are new to them though, I'll just give you a quick rundown of how they work. So we've got piles 1, pile 2, and pile 3 here to choose from, and you can pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose. I tend to close my eyes and really invite in a number to just enter into my awareness. I detach a little bit, focus on my breathing, and just allow a number or a feeling of which pile is meant for me. Now today I am applying some little cards just with some little imagery on them to see if that will actually help you. Okay, so with pile 1, we've got the sweetheart. Pile 2, we've got falseness, but look how cute the cat is. Love that. Cute. And then pile 3, we've got frivolity, but it is the butterfly. Cute. Love me a little butterfly. Love it. Okay, so if that might help you choose if you're more energetically drawn to the imagery on a card, or more energetically drawn to a word on the card, or some colors on the card, just let it sort of pull you in whichever direction you need. All right, guys, let's get into it. I'm so excited, and I will see you in your reading. Hello pile 1s, and if you selected the sweetheart card here, this is your reading, so welcome. But I'm gonna pop this card, where can I put her? Maybe like up here. You look after that card. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so first up, we're going to be looking at what your divine purpose is. And this is the numerology card that will be answering that for you. And then these cards around here are going to be highlighting some obstacles that you may be facing in achieving this divine purpose. Okay, so let's start. Oh, all right. So we got the 57 card. So your divine purpose is within teaching and within learning. That's amazing. I feel like this divine purpose of yours is one that you essentially achieve fairly regularly, because if we think about it, teaching and learning can really happen on a day-to-day scale. Okay, so your divine purpose is actually a purpose that is quite a long journey. Okay, your divine purpose is important to the collective, important to your loved ones, but very important to you. It's really important for you to reflect. It's really important for you to evaluate as you go. And I can see that some kind of teaching is going to be really important for you either now, maybe you are already in teaching, or maybe you've thought about it, or maybe you just have never explored that. For some of you, there may be some reason why you haven't gone into it, but teaching doesn't have to be in a schoolroom. You know what I mean? Teaching can be all kinds. It can even still be starting a podcast. And teaching and learning can actually really be very broad. It doesn't mean that you have to give up on passions that you love. It doesn't mean you have to give up on things that mean a lot to you. It can be learning as you go and teaching as you go. So there is this real sharing of energy, sharing of what you learn. Maybe it's even through a YouTube channel, okay? And maybe I'm seeing traveling coming through. So maybe it's even just sharing your travels and sharing what you find as you go. It can be as simple as that. So this 57 number in numerology, that condenses down to 12, which then condenses down to 3. So 3 is a very active number. 3 can be all about creativity as well, because if we think about the tarot, numerology and the tarot really do blend together beautifully. So the 3 in the tarot is the Empress. And the reason this is important is because she sits on her throne as a creative genius almost. You know what I mean? She's achieved, she is still starting the journey, but she's understood and harnessed her creative potential and her creative abilities. She's brought in a very abundant life, a very comfortable life, comfortable home, just domestic bliss as well. So this is really important because I feel like there is some creative endeavors that you may be wanting to be taking on, or through your creative ability is how you can actually teach others. I mean, I'm seeing painting, but even like therapy through painting. So this card is really telling me that learning and growth is really, really, really important to your life's journey, okay? The wisdom that you gain along your journey is so, so important and such a great benefit to others. And there's a lot of potential here for you to really teach what you learn. So it could be literally anything, learning about life. Maybe you had a bit of a traumatic start to life. You've learned through all these really tough experiences. That alone can be how you teach others. Your life lessons are just as valuable, if not more really, than academic knowledge, you know? So I really don't feel like this is teaching and learning in an academic sense. But if you are already a teacher, that's great because you are having a direct influence on younger souls, okay? So that in itself is a really beautiful and very important purpose in life. How you influence younger souls essentially will stay with them or affect them, positive and negatively. So what you really put into it is really important. Every trial, every difficult thing you've been through, really consider how it can actually be a benefit for others. So I'm really sensing even if you're someone that has had addictions in the past, you could really go into behavioral studies, you could go into drug and addiction therapy or counseling, sorry. So there's so many options for you to really achieve this divine purpose. There's so many avenues. It just depends. It has to be tailored to your life experience. So now we're going to look at potential obstacles that you may be facing around this divine purpose, okay? So we've got the 9 of coins. We've got the 3 of wands. And we've got the 3 of wands in reverse, 10 of swords in reverse. All right, so starting off with this 9 of coins card here, luxury can mean a lot of different things to people. And maybe you're someone that really wants luxury in your life. Maybe you're someone that really is working or thinking that the way to achieve this luxury is absolutely not through teaching. You almost think, oh, it can't be done that way, or it can only be done a certain way. I mean, this really does show me that you do work hard, okay, and you have learned a lot of financial and abundance lessons, but the reason this is showing up as an obstacle is because you haven't quite fully unlocked that potential of reaching that luxury. You're still on the hunt for it. And actually being on the hunt for it or chasing it is what is keeping it from you. Define for yourself what luxury is. Okay, you really need to step into doing your own thing and enjoying everything that you've built and everything that you're doing. So Spirit is saying that your idea of luxury is perhaps a little skewed or shallow or based on what other people think that luxury is, or the finer things of life. And you're someone that does really want that, and you're someone that really does deserve it. Okay, so you don't have to give up the want for that, but start to look at different ways that you can achieve this through teaching. Maybe there's also this sense coming through that you need something or need someone else or something else to really be able to reach this abundant, happy, luxurious life. But the reality of it is that thought pattern or that belief is what's holding you back from really unlocking this divine purpose of yours. Okay, so we're jumping into the Three of Wands in reverse here. This way of achieving your divine purpose can really unlock some expansion and growth for you. Okay, and that's really what perhaps you are missing from your life. This is really telling me that you'd rather choose to play it safe. You'd rather stay within your comfort zone. You're too scared or worried or doubtful of actually stepping out of that comfort zone. And honestly, no judgment there. I know stepping out of the comfort zone is hard. I totally understand, but it can also be exhilarating. So if you start to even change that thought pattern, and every time that thought pops up, oh, like I don't want to do it, I just don't want to do it, think, but this could be exhilarating. This could be exciting. And start to really affirm that for yourself every time a negative belief or a negative thought around unlocking this divine purpose or trying something new. Really combat it with some positive affirmations that you truly want to believe, that you truly connect with on a soul level. Maybe this as well, this Three of Wands in reverse can also speak to the fact that you're someone that struggles to really put your plans into action. And this is where it's really important to actually break down your ideas. And this is quite important through the manifestation process. Really sit down and connect in with yourself to find these answers. But there's a part of yourself that looks at ideas and thinks, oh my gosh, that's too much. Like it's going to be too hard. There's going to be too many steps. It's going to be too difficult. Okay. And that's unfortunately a really conditioned thought. If you believe you can do it, then you can do it and just follow through. It's all about following through. Okay. So yeah, I can really see with this 10 of Swords in reverse that you look at new ideas or new avenues to go down as too big, too hard, too much work, unrealistic, and risky is coming through as well. Risky is coming through. So maybe you're someone that is scared to take risks. And if that's the case, I totally get that too. It can be a scary process stepping into your divine purpose, but it's generally, our divine purpose is something we kind of try to avoid essentially because it is such a big thing for us. Okay. Now I want to get some more cards. So these cards here are going to be giving you some guidance on how you can actually get to where you want to be with this divine purpose. Okay. So first up, have faith in your dreams. We've got, can you see that there? We've got a fiery climax approaches. And we've got hold your vision. This card is really telling me that slow movements will really help you baby steps will really help you to unlock this potential within you. Because with the waxing crescent moon, it's actually moon is slowly starting to come out and blossom. So if you apply that to your situation, rather than thinking that a change, it will be so drastic and difficult and risky, break that idea down into baby steps, down into smaller achievable steps, and that will help you to find faith and to keep the faith in your dreams. I feel like manifestation techniques will really help you to take some steps forward on who you want to be, okay? So finding new ways to manifest. So maybe you have already tried some ways to manifest your goals. Maybe I heard scripting could be really beneficial to actually help you get out of the judgmental or doubtful phase and jump into the possibility and the fun that exists when you just explore and connect in with potentials and possibilities. Spirit is really telling me with this card that it's important to stay focused with your intentions. So maybe you're really good at setting intentions, but you kind of don't follow through or they fall to the wayside. So stay focused with your intentions moving forward and actually make sure that you are meditating. Because meditating will help you detach from outcomes, detach from this doubtful presence that you have within yourself. This meditation will allow your higher self to download information about the relevant and the next step that makes sense. Okay, so this is also saying you have to remain patient and you can't just expect all this luxury and all this money to come overnight. So really be patient with yourself as you dive into this new chapter, and it can just be baby steps. With this full moon in Aries card here, okay, really detaching from the influence of your ego will be very beneficial in achieving this, because with this card, it's really telling me that your ego is quite overactive. It's really important to be nice and kind to yourself. So I can sense with this card that there is a bit of negative chatter going on in your head. There's a lot of doubt in the self. There's a lot of doubt in you being able to live this comfortable life. Start on the path and start trying to move towards this divine purpose that is deep and dormant within you, that has so much potential for you for expansion and growth. Really exciting things lie ahead. Really, really exciting things lie ahead. So if you can work to quiet the ego, and honestly, the best thing for that is meditation. So you've got meditation coming up twice in these cards. Meditation will just help you actually find a quietness inside your head, inside yourself. And you'll start to create more space for realistic and relevant steps that you can take moving forward. So honestly, to connect in with this exciting, fiery climax, essentially, really try to remove this overactive ego. Remove the judgments that the ego can sometimes inflict. And understand that whenever you have a thought or a feeling that, or an idea that is negative based, or is a voice of judgment, is a voice of you can't do this, is a feeling of sadness, okay, that is all connected with the ego, because the ego is trying to protect you. It's irrelevant. It's an important part to the human psyche, but the world that we live in now can create a very overactive ego. If you're looking through Instagram and you're feeling negative and judgmental of others, or why do they get to live this life and I don't, kind of thing, that's very significant, and will actually point out to you, if you are someone that does that, there's something not right within. There's something out of balance within. Now, with this hold your vision in the fixed moon card here, I can see that an element of stubbornness is an obstacle for you, okay? The stubbornness that you have for seeing situations differently or different perspectives or things like that. Stubbornness and being so stuck in your own ways is really preventing you from achieving this divine purpose. This really takes some observation skills. You need to start watching yourself, listening to yourself, paying attention to how you feel. The first time that you notice yourself doing this, you can almost breathe a sigh of relief, because the first time that you catch yourself doing it, you will catch yourself more and more times. You just have to be aware of it and see how, and actually walk through the different way of working through that stubbornness, rather than just accepting it as this is how it is. I'm stubborn and I'm digging my heels in and that's it. The next time that happens, think, okay, maybe I'll just try and approach this in a different sense and see how that goes for you. And if it feels better, then keep doing it. I've got another couple of cards here, and this is what will help you to achieve your divine purpose. So first up, we've got Raphael, Archangel Raphael with Earth Force. Where am I going to put these? And I've got Sandalphon Evolution. So with this evolution card, maybe communicating with your spiritual team will benefit you more. Communication with others when you're feeling stubborn. Communication with others to let them know that you're really working through this part of yourself. Communication on all levels will really help you to get to where you want to go with this divine purpose. Communication with others about what you're wanting, what you're deep down really, really wanting. Because people might actually have little nuggets of amazing things that can help you along your journey to achieve it. You know what I mean? So really be open. Your soul really wants to jump into this because it's ready to evolve quickly. It's ready to go, is what I keep hearing. And an added tip here is really start to connect in with gratitude. And if you're someone that doesn't really think about gratitude much, the best way to start a relationship with finding appreciation within your every single day, the very first step is get a little diary. It doesn't have to be huge, but get a little diary, and every day, first thing in the morning, on the train, on the way to work, obviously not if you're driving, on the bus, lunch break, anytime you get 5 to 10 minutes, write down 5 things that you're grateful for and just see how you feel through that. If you're someone that already does that, then really start to think beyond the journal or beyond the diary, right? The next relevant step is to find appreciation throughout the day. That's the next evolving step. So say, for example, you're up and you're showering, finding appreciation for the fact that water just comes out of the tap when you turn it on. Finding appreciation for the fact that what you drink is clean, fresh, healthy water. It's interesting because the other day we actually had our water turned off because they were doing some pipe work somewhere. It was off for most of the day, and it really I was so appreciative of that experience because it made me realize how blessed we really are and how lucky and how amazing it is to just be able to turn on a tap and have water whenever I wish. That is the next relevant step for you, to step into really appreciating every little thing. And instead of getting annoyed that the water's turned off, for example, appreciate the fact that you get to learn a lesson from that and you get to actually find the beauty within that situation rather than reacting. Archangel Raphael is the holy healer. Okay, so he is everything to do with healing. So I really feel like there is some healing that does need to take place, and that this healing will really help you to achieve this divine purpose that you're wanting. I feel like maybe even a healing of a spiritual connection may be necessary. Maybe you're still at the start of a spiritual journey, or you haven't thought much about a spiritual journey. And maybe there's a little bit of stress that's showing up here that is really blocking you from these blessings. But with this Earth Force card, Spirit is saying that you need a little bit of grounding at this time because there is just too much stress present, okay? You're moving too fast and you're physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually drained, okay? So a really helpful tip to help you achieve this is there is some change that needs to be made, and accepting and being open to this change rather than scared or stressed about it will really help you to move through this stage and move you closer to your divine purpose. Spirit is saying connect back in with nature because you could actually really benefit from nature and really connecting back in with nature on a very big scale. Maybe you're someone that used to be in nature a lot and now you've sort of, you're very focused on a 9 to 5 and you kind of don't get the time to explore or adventure as much as you want. I mean, this could even be COVID. COVID's really preventing this. But even if you can just get into the backyard and sit in the sun, let the sun hit your face, put sunscreen on if you're worried about wrinkles. It's really about getting back and connecting in with nature. And this might not even be, if you can't physically get in nature, connect back in with the love that you can have for nature. Thank you for the fresh air. I love the fresh air that I get to breathe every day. Thank you for the clean water I get to cleanse myself and clean myself in and hydrate myself in. Thank you for the beautiful sun that beats down on me and warms my body and reinvigorates me with beautiful energy. There needs to be this release of stress, because if you can release this stress, you'll allow in evolution, you'll allow in this luxury you've been chasing, and you'll actually reach a dream that I feel like you maybe haven't fully considered or that you keep overlooking because you feel like you can't achieve it. All right, guys, that is all that I have for you on this divine purpose. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. I hope you found some really helpful tips from this reading. If you enjoyed this reading, then please leave this video a like because it does help me out a bunch. All my links are listed in the description box below, along with all decks, music, and equipment that's used in today's video. If you feel called to leave a tip to honor this energetic transfer, my PayPal is also linked below, but this is not necessary. Please know that it is always received with love and appreciation. I love you so much, guys. Let me close out this reading by thanking my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the moon, our mother, the sun, our father, the earth, fire, wind, and water from the north, south, east, and west, for all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. Goodbye, my lovelies. Goodbye, my pile ones. Hello, pile two. So if you picked falseness or the cat, more importantly, the cat, it's not so much the word. If you picked this little cat, hey, this is your reading. So I'm going to leave this little guy up here. And let's get started. So first up, we're going to be starting with these numerology cards that will be defining what your divine purpose actually is. So we've got 99 with compassion. It's an angel number. And we've got spiritual partnership. Okay. With this compassion card, I'm really seeing that connecting in with your love for others and actually sharing love with others is really important to your divine purpose. I can see with this compassion card that opening your heart, opening your mind will be really, really important to achieving your divine purpose. So your divine purpose is based in some kind of sharing, some kind of showing of love. And maybe this might even be simply to set intentions that are based in love, so that everything that you're doing comes from a place of meaningfulness, comes from a place of aiming to share for the greater good of people, rather than maybe potentially more selfish reasons. Don't get me wrong, sometimes being selfish is great and so necessary. But with your divine purpose, there's something about sharing love, feeling others' pain. This is really telling me there's something about empathy coming through. So maybe you are quite empathic and you haven't noticed, or you do understand that you are empathic, but you haven't really done anything with it. When you can actually see someone else's pain as well, you can actually raise your own personal vibration and the vibration of the world. So I can really sense that connecting in with your empathy for everyone and everything will help you to really unlock this spiritual partnership, but this divine purpose. It's a really important aspect to your divine purpose, okay? And it will be really important for you to apply it so you can create this spiritual partnership. And look, 7 and 2 is 9. So we got 3 9s. So that's pretty powerful. 3 9s is like an angelic number. I feel like Google the spiritual meaning or angel number 999 and just pick the article that resonates with you, because there may be some relevant things for you to read in there. But it is all about completion, actually forging a spiritual relationship for you, and that can be within the self or with your spiritual team, will be so beneficial for you moving into your divine purpose. So perhaps a future or a job or a life that is based in spirituality and love will open up so many doors and will actually lead you to your divine purpose. Your divine purpose is all about enlightenment, growth, and expansion. With your empathy, with your compassion, and with your open heart and love, okay, you're going to create this partnership, this spiritual connection where you can actually connect in with even being a teacher or a student. Okay, it sometimes swaps between the two. So I keep seeing connection with spiritual team. So I feel like maybe getting back to the core of yourself and your divine purpose is actually recognizing your spiritual connections and the spiritual needs that you have in this lifetime. Maybe you came from a childhood that was quite traumatic or had some traumas within them and actually got you off track from this, and it was always meant to, so that you could really find your way back. When you incarnated, it was a way for your soul to test itself. Going through a really difficult period can put us off track and can make us scared and worried and things like that. So your divine purpose is finding your way back through your empathy and through your love back to spirit, back to a spiritual existence. The next cards that I have here for you are tarot cards, and we're going to be looking into them to find what obstacles you are facing in achieving this divine purpose. So first up, we've got the Devil reversed, the Ten of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, so with this Devil in reverse here, okay, this is really telling me that you are someone that does have a lot of fears and inner anxieties, okay? And they are really active, really forward, and they're actually coming from the ego, okay? So the Moon for me is all about the 3 selves. So we've got the presence of the ego, the presence of the lower self, the lower mind, and then we've got the presence of the higher self. There's these chains, okay, that are really on you, around you, as you can see in this Devil card. There's chains around their neck, and these chains are self-inflicted, but the people sort of aren't aware of it or don't think that they are, but they can be removed whenever you're wanting, because they aren't a very fixed or tight, chain, all right, tie, yep. There's a lot of limiting beliefs that are present here, okay, with the Devil in reverse. Doubt, a lot of self-doubt, okay. There's a lot of, oh, people will judge me if I go down a spiritual path. I don't want to be looked at as one of these hippies, is what I'm feeling. I don't want to look like a freak or a creep. Okay, so what's coming through is you're scared that there's gonna be a lot of change, a lot of letting go, and it just really confronts your conditioned beliefs. You think that something to do with spirituality, it's almost like your friends won't want to talk to you anymore, or you're really scared about what others will think of you by going down this path. And that is just a conditioned thought, okay? That is not serving you. It's limiting. For one, who gives a shit what anyone else says or thinks, okay? Who gives a fuck? Because they're not living your life, you are. You really need to work to build a bit more of an understanding and a connection with your subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is directly connected with the higher self, okay? And the subconscious mind is where all the programming that just happens without you being fully aware of it. Look into that, the subconscious mind, how to remove limiting beliefs. Reprogramming your mind is actually not as hard as you may think, but it just takes a bit of consistency and a want to really achieve this higher potential of self and this divine purpose. Connecting in with understanding your past, understanding the traumas that were present in your past, and understanding how the beliefs that you have established when you were in your childhood will really help you to understand which limiting beliefs you have, whether you feel like making mistakes is bad or taking risks is bad, or that you're annoying, or that you're what's another one? I've forgotten them. There's like a solid 19. I'm stupid is another one. There's a solid 19 of them. And I think that might even go up to like 27, but there's a solid 19 that a lot of people can have. I'm not lovable. Now with this 10 of Cups, okay, there's some kind of idea of emotional fulfillment you might think that you can't have from this divine purpose. I feel like the love that you receive from others, or the need for love from others, you hold that a lot higher than the love that you have for yourself. Okay, so you might actually be someone that is quite social. You might be someone that is very much always out and about, always adventuring. Don't get me wrong, adventuring is amazing and I love that. But I feel like because this is an obstacle, I feel like you're using the time that you spend with others as a complete distraction from your divine purpose. You may be someone that doesn't want to spend any time alone, because when you're alone, these thoughts start to come back into your mind, or it's just complete avoidance. And this card in the upright position generally means complete emotional fulfillment. This is an obstacle. You're thinking that emotional fulfillment doesn't pay the bills, is what I just heard. So maybe you're someone that's like, yeah, I mean, I really would like to go down that road, but how am I going to make money? Always remember that the universe will protect you. The universe will guide you when you actually step into paths that are fully aligned with who you really are and what you really are desiring and what you're really wanting. The universe will step up and take care of you. Opportunities will just come in because you'll actually, by following this divine purpose, by following this desire and making yourself happy, when you get into this happy existence, that is when you attract in all the amazing things. That is when doors just fly open to you because you have so much love to give. So many people will just be attracted to you. So the people that you're around now, I actually feel like may not be the best people for you. I'm not saying go out and like get rid of all your friends, but I'm saying that there might be actually more supportive people out there. There might be more of a soul tribe that really connects with you on deeper levels and can actually help you evolve and help you find new exciting experiences that you clearly love to explore. Relationships are like where we learn to be loving, kind, open-hearted. And I can see that this is important to you. It's just instead of focusing on the love and the kindness that you can get from these relationships, it's more about social climbing. It's more about who you're out with rather than how they make you feel. It's a little bit too egoic. It's a little bit too narcissistic. Also, I don't say any of this with any judgment, okay? This is literally what Spirit is communicating to me. And if you can be honest with yourself and really take a clear, honest look at yourself and say, you know what? There's a little bit of truth there. That will even start you to progress to reaching a better position or getting you a little closer to your divine purpose, okay? With this moon card, there's a lack of trusting your own values and your own intuition because you're almost aware that they're there, but there's something about your current situation that is giving you, you know what? It's the people that you're hanging around, in my opinion, okay? The people that you're hanging around, because, yeah, present you with deceptions, present you with illusions or problems. Maybe you're attracting people that aren't really fulfilling you deeply, but you're just so happy that there's people around you that you'll just take whatever you can get. And that comes down to a limiting belief of not being worthy. Spirit is saying there's a lack of trust in yourself. I feel like to connect in with your spiritual self, you will find that trust in yourself. You'll become self-reliant. You'll become self-secured. There needs to be a rewiring of your subconscious beliefs that have been with you since childhood. And literally, this is what the Devil in reverse card is saying. You've got it coming up twice. It's time to really reparent yourself. But let's get into the next cards that I have for you. And these cards are all about guidance that will help you to get to this divine purpose of yours. So first up, your dreams need a practical plan. Might put that one there actually. Dreams need a practical plan. Then we've also got the energy is gaining momentum with the waxing moon. And I've also got a new start is coming with the new moon. So full moon in Taurus, waxing moon, new moon. Okay, so this full moon in Taurus card, we're going to start here with your dreams need a practical plan. By creating a practical plan that you can stick to that involves some baby steps will help you to ensure that you're achieving this on an everyday kind of scale, okay? What I'm really sensing with this card and a way that you can actually actively manifest and help find the plan is to combine things like the law of attraction. Look into visualizing, okay? Have healthy expectations of positive outcomes. Get into a state of allowing rather than chasing, and break your plan down into really day-to-day baby steps, because this is what will help you to make it seem like this change or this divine purpose that you're wanting to achieve will become more possible for you when you can see it broken down into a practical plan. Maybe you're an earth sign as well, because I feel like if you're an earth sign, you're someone that's very practical based or very focused on the physical realm. And I feel like maybe it's time to start to acknowledge your spiritual side. Potential career changes are really calling out to you. So this could actually help you to find your divine purpose. It might actually help you to get away from potentially toxic people. Okay, with this new moon card here, a new start is coming. So this can really mean setting some intentions for your day will really help you to connect in with how every little thing can be done with meaning, with compassion, with love, okay? But this is suggesting that a fresh start for you will be so beneficial in connecting in with this divine purpose. Start again in like a completely new way. Do something or do a way of doing something completely different. And it might actually attract in for you steps that become closer towards your divine purpose. This is really telling me that something that can help you to achieve it is actually believing in your dreams, believe in the potential of your dreams, and believe in them coming true for yourself. Because there's this doubt in actually even being able to achieve it. And if you have that doubt in yourself, you will stay exactly where you are, honestly. And it's like, why stay in the comfort zone, or why prevent yourself from experiencing all this amazing beauty that the world has for you, or that this divine purpose has for you, or because you just lack a bit of belief in yourself. The lack of belief can easily be adjusted and changed. Believe that it's an easy journey, and it will be. I feel like there needs to be this connection in with this understanding that, you know what, life can actually be easy. All right, with this, energy is gaining momentum within the waxing moon card, okay? The guidance that Spirit is delivering through this card is really saying that commitment to these practical steps will help you reach the goal. This is all about committing, okay? Because with the waxing moon, this is when the energy is building up to a full moon, and it's actually coming from the new moon stage. So if you set these intentions, you'll gain this momentum into achieving the goal that you set. And the goal might first be listen to a reprogramming meditation, for 7 nights in a row. That might be your first goal. Once you tick it off, assess how you feel. Yeah. So again, it's baby steps. It's little adjustments to involve and include really big change, because it's obviously change that your soul is really wanting. Some more guidance from this card is saying really put everything that you have into this. Put as much in as you possibly can, because the benefits will be substantial and they'll be tangible. And the more benefits that you notice and the more positivity that you notice will actually help you to continue pushing forward and achieving. So for my last couple of cards that I have for you, we're just going to be looking at some more little tips from Spirit that can help you to achieve this divine purpose, okay? So the first one, we have is dreams. The second one we have is jovial with joy, okay? So with this Raziel dreams, okay, with the moon card, it's come out over the moon card, and the moon card can be very much suggesting to pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are actually showing you what's going on within your subconscious mind. So if you're someone that tends to always dream or have quite elaborate dreams, it's really important to start writing those down into a dream journal or just a book by the bed, a bit of paper by the bed. Jot down some keywords that you notice before you're actually forgetting the dreams or before they sort of escape you. Dreams are generally one of the most powerful oracles that we can access. The reason they're so powerful is because they're so specific. They're so specific to the person. So that's your direct oracle right there that can help you along this journey. Messages are going to be coming in your dreams. So these will really help you in the time ahead. These will really help you to learn more about yourself and where you're at in your journey. This is actually a relevant step for you to take next, is actually paying attention to your dreams and really trying to remember them. My camera just shut off, so let's get back into it. So with this joy card from Jovial, it's really saying this is the time, or a way to really help you achieve this divine purpose is actually be more playful. Dolphins don't need to jump out of water. They just do it because it's fun and it feels good. So a bit more of that, get more of that connection back to following what feels good is going to lead you somewhere, is going to lead you into this divine purpose. Be more playful, have more fun. Source energy is total well-being and is complete possibility, infinite possibility, creativity, vibrance, fun. Really consider what carefree energy is to you. Really consider how you can connect in more with this carefree energy, with this more playfulness, and hold that as your intention. Hold that as your intention for a while, because that is going to unlock some doors. It's going to help you connect in with a guidance source, and it's going to help you along this journey of releasing limiting beliefs, okay? I just heard as well, do some chakra balancing meditations. So if you're someone that doesn't meditate a lot, actually go on YouTube and look up some chakra meditations for balancing chakras, and just start from the root chakra. Start there and do that one for a week. Then do the sacral, do that one for a week. Do the solar plexus, do that one for a week. Do the heart chakra, do that one for a week. and so on and so on, you know? Be really beneficial. And then after you've completed from the root to the crown, you can just start again at the root, but just do it for a day. Do a root chakra one, and then move to the sacral, so that you're making sure that these are really balanced and really clear. Honestly, you'll start to remove a lot of stagnant energy and a lot of stuff that's just been stored in you for far too long. All right, guys, that is actually all that I have for you today. I really hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this reading, then please leave it a like, because it does help me out a bunch. All my links are listed in the description box below, along with all decks, music, and equipment that I used today. If you feel called to leave a tip to honor this energetic transfer, my PayPal is linked below. This is not necessary, but please know that it is always received with appreciation and with love. I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this, and I really hope it was helpful. Let me close out this reading by thanking my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the moon, our mother, the sun, our father, the earth, fire, wind, and water, from the north, south, east, and west, for all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. Goodbye, my lovelies. Take care. I love you. Hello, my pile 3. So if you picked pile 3 or this butterfly card, the frivolity card, then this is your reading. So I'm just going to leave this guy up here. There we go. And let's get started. So first up, I'm going to be using these numerology cards here to find out what your divine purpose is. So first up, we have time out and communication. Okay. So time out. So we've got 33, which is an angel number, but 3 is essentially all about creativity, communication, connection. Okay. And then we've got 10. So the influence of 10 or 1. So 1 can be all about new beginnings, independency, leadership, all these kinds of factors. Okay, so what I'm getting from this time out card here is your divine purpose is actually one that is not based in a very busy schedule, okay? Your divine purpose is connected in with finding peace, calm, tranquility. You do your best work when you're at peace or relaxed. So I feel like this could almost be entrepreneurial kind of vibes, because that means you can sort of set up your own schedule, be your own boss, and be responsible for yourself, and actually be able to work to your own speed and really be able to set your own timetable. Now, with this communication card, using your voice to connect with others, using your voice to teach, using your voice to share, using your voice in some kind of way is really, really important to your divine purpose. Maybe like a podcast kind of thing where you share your opinions on things, a podcast where you share your life stories, your experiences, even just a podcast where you share your movie reviews is what's popping to mind. That's amazing. Some people really appreciate that effort and that time, but there is some kind of communication in sharing an element of yourself. This is all about speaking your truth, expressing yourself through your voice. You've got important stuff to say. The world needs to hear what you have to say. This could be like writing, even speaking, singing, dance, even acting, music as well, or art. This kind of communication or self-expression is your divine purpose. But even connecting, using your voice to connect in people together, I feel is important, or is part of your divine purpose. So with that said, I am going to jump into some tarot cards to really show me what are some potential obstacles that you could be facing. Okay, and we've got the Ace of Cups here in reversed. We've got the Six of Wands upright, and we've got the Knight of Swords upright. Okay, so I feel like with this Ace of Cups card in reverse here, it's really telling me that an obstacle for you is you actually repressing your emotions, you actually repressing your want to express yourself fully to the outside world. And this can be from limiting beliefs or really caring what others may be thinking of you or what others may be feeling about you. It's obviously quite important to you what others think. This is a limiting belief and one not really worth your time in holding on to, because it's just holding you back from this unlimited potential, this beautiful future that is so possible for you if you can just kind of step out of your way to stop suppressing all the things that matter to you, all of who you are essentially is what I'm feeling. You're creating an internal blockage by avoiding this expression of self. And internal blockages are just going to leave you blocked and leave you stuck and stagnant. And you're going to be having to learn the same kind of lessons over and over again. Spirit is saying, don't suppress who you are. Don't suppress what you have to say, because it's so important for the world to hear it and experience it. It's okay not to fully express who you are to everyone first up. I totally understand that this might be a relevant step for you to go down, that maybe just releasing your emotions or connecting in with your emotions just is done on a private scale first. So journaling, painting, drawing, even just exercising or dancing, or even screaming your anger out as well. Okay, can be really good for just at least getting whatever's been stuck or whatever you've kept pushing down, get it out so that you can start moving and progressing forward. This card is also saying that there could be an obstacle in the sense of there's not a lot of self-love here for self, okay? If you want to send love out to the world, because I assume you're working on something now that does require, everything should be done with the intention of love and the intention of delivering good or the higher good to everyone. So before you send out that love to the world, you kind of need to send some love to yourself. There's a lack of self-love here. This lack of love for self is preventing you from really getting into the flow of life, into connecting in with your personal flow. And it's getting you off track, or it's making you feel off track or stuck, or yeah, that's what I'm really sensing with that card. So if we jump. The Six of Wands, it's all about victories and recognition, right? So I feel like something that's maybe blocking you or an obstacle that you kind of need to get over is, again, so this recognition by others, okay, this might actually be causing some fear. I feel like maybe it's causing a little bit of worry because you're still in that phase of really being scared of what people might think of you when you do express yourself authentically. There's a part of you that's even a little bit scared to have these victories, or there's this fear that's preventing you from experiencing this recognition. Maybe there were past times where you've had recognition that's kind of gone negatively. These challenges that you face, you sort of don't feel like you can achieve them. But I can tell you right now that you have the ability to achieve them and to achieve what you really are desiring at a heart level. But you've got to connect in with some self-love. You've got to connect in with some positive affirmations to help you change this mindset. And I will be linking a video down below with mindset shifts. It's by a YouTuber named Lynette Adkins. She really talks about the spiritual process from a very comfortable, a very realistic approach. It's very easy to understand and kind of puts it into perspective. And just the way she explains it is amazing. So I am going to link that down below. So go check her video out if you are feeling like a bit of a mindset shift is like a really big hurdle to get over. She breaks it down so perfectly. I wish I could speak it as well as she does. She put that video out for all of us to learn from, and it's such a great video. It's really worth the watch. So thank you, Lynette. So appreciated. So amazing. But yeah, let's jump back into this card. So I feel like there is this desire to have recognition. There's this desire to celebrate the wins, but there's this belief that you can't, that's really getting in the way. I can see that an obstacle for you is actually being able to apply quick change or quick action, okay? I can see that decisive action is an obstacle for you because you really struggle to make decisive actions or decisive decisions or choices, yeah? So it's either you move too quickly and move forward without hesitation, which yes can be good, but sometimes I feel like where this timeout card is coming into it, it's saying you actually do your best work when you contemplate, when you meditate, and when you actually take your time more. So while being decisive can be good, I think a little bit more contemplation needs to be applied because you're essentially moving too quickly and moving too quick through important decisions that need a little bit more thought behind them, a little bit more understanding behind them, okay? This card's really telling me that an obstacle for you is that you hate to be held back. You do have quite fast mental processes with this card, but at the same time, you hate to be held back. But if you can allow in a little bit more peace and a little bit more moderation to the time that you need to achieve things, you'll actually notice a lot more lessons and a lot more beautiful understandings come forward for you, and really will help you along this journey of actually tapping into and achieving your divine purpose. I keep just getting this feeling of being impulsive, moving really quickly with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. There is just this too much fast movement, specifically in your mental process, and it's actually getting your communication off balance. An obstacle for you is that you need to understand that you still have lessons to learn, okay? You still have lessons to learn about communicating clearly. A way that you can counteract this is actually apply a bit of patience with yourself, apply more patience for others, okay? Because it will help you to connect in more with this communication and actually achieve this divine purpose. So with that, I do want a little bit more info on this. So with the next few cards that I have for you, these are all about guidance that can actually help you to get there, that can actually help you to get into this divine purpose. So first up, this wanted to go here actually. First up, we have the Cardinal Moon with Be Bold and Make the First Move. Then we've got a personal issue reaches resolution with the full moon in Cancer. Try and making it pretty as I go. And lastly, we've got take time to breathe out with the disseminating moon. Moving too quick. Breathe. But let's jump into this Be Bold and Make the First Move card with the Cardinal Moon. Is really talking about taking matters into your own hands, okay? So a way that you can really connect in with this divine purpose is actually grabbing the situation with both hands, okay? Because you're clearly someone that is keen to act and has some really intellectual ways of approaching things. You just move very quickly. So if you can still hold on to that boldness that you have, you know, these qualities that you have, you can get things started with this lack of self-love, this removal of blockages. You almost just need to channel this energy into yourself rather than projects and outside things. So your natural energy that you have for self, channel it back into yourself and not always looking on the outside of you for validation, appreciation. Learn to give yourself the validation, learn to give yourself the appreciation and the love that you so deserve. And actually no longer looking for it outside of you will help you to find it within. And it will unlock so many things. You will absolutely step into this divine purpose that you have for yourself. This card is also saying avoid moving too fast. Okay, avoid moving too fast. So we've got it coming across in a few different decks that you are just literally 3 decks have sort of said time out, chill out, stop moving so fast. Okay, take it down a step and even just just slow yourself down with baby steps, and then you'll start to realize that you have more time for thinking, you have more time for processing, and even though your mental processes already move fast, it will prevent you from even missing little things or missing important things. Now, with this full moon in Cancer card, this is really saying that connecting in more with your emotions will be really helpful with you connecting in with this self-expression that you're really wanting to achieve. Be really raw with your emotions and just do it in a journal first, okay? But take a break, take care of yourself. Even this card is saying just chill out a bit, because you need to apply more care to yourself, because the way you're moving now is not going to be how you connect in with your divine purpose. Be patient, work through with love and kindness for self. Be a compassionate leader to yourself and the situation in your life that this is really talking about. Show yourself the compassion so you can create a really safe space for yourself to express what is deeper within. This card is really asking you to step up and overcome any insecurities. And if you do start to experience some heightened emotions, meditation can be so good for helping you gain a bigger picture view, or can actually just help create a bit of space and detach for a little bit if they are really overwhelming. Take time to breathe out. This is saying that, you've reached a place where you are facing a bit of a burnout. I mean, you've got so many cards asking you to please slow down. It's really time to regroup. It's really time to learn from past experiences rather than race on. This is a time that you need to start reflecting, evaluating, and looking for the lessons and what the teachings are within the lessons that you've just experienced. Reflect on things that have been in your life to find new ways or different ways that you can move forward with. This is asking you to really share your wisdom, share your findings, share your experiences with others. Now, I've got another couple of cards here that will help you, that are just extra little tips to help you really achieve this divine purpose. So first up, we've got Metatron with Mercy. Love how the cards relate here. And we've also got, I'll put this one up there. Oh, so wow, you got Metatron twice. So wisdom. Ooh. The fact that you've got Metatron coming through twice, okay, he was once a human. So he really does appreciate the struggles and the difficulty that we face in the human experience, but he is known as the celestial teacher. So he's really here to guide you forward and to guide you with some of these obstacles that you're facing, with really sort of letting go, but he'll also be delivering to you divine inspiration. So please follow any new ideas or new things that sort of just pop into your head. Really follow them, because they could lead you somewhere really, really amazing. And they could actually lead you to connecting in with this divine purpose more so. All right. So with this Mercy card, Spirit's saying that this is really important for showing yourself compassion. Okay, as well as others, but I feel like this card here, the lack of self-love that you're maybe experiencing, is because you do need to show yourself more compassion. So the fact that this card is coming up, especially over the Ace of Cups, is just backing up the need for showing yourself love. Let go of any anger or judgment that you have of yourself, because you're just a human. You're doing your best, just be kind to yourself. Treat yourself like you would treat a best friend. This card can also say, really think about it. Those who are hurt are the ones that can hurt others. People that have hurt you in the past, right, are actually, in fact, hurt themselves. So that can help you to begin to make peace with past instances, make peace with how you felt in the past, and make peace with any unforgiveness that you maybe have. It will be a stepping stone. I don't expect this to be done overnight or anything like that, but it can be Again, baby steps, taking your time with it. And I feel like maybe the reason you're moving so fast is because you're kind of avoiding facing childhood traumas because it's just too much to face. I feel like this fast movement energy is because there is an avoidance of actually facing these feelings of how you, from your childhood or just past instances that have really left you feeling hurt. This card is really saying that, you know, humans or souls that are having a human experience are actually equal beings to angels. We are as important as angels. We are as appreciated as angels. We are as angelic as angels. We aren't less than. We have lived centuries before. We've incarnated so many times. And because of that, we have gathered an abundance of knowledge and abundance of wisdom. We've lived on different planets. We've lived in different universes, you know, so there's a reason we can't remember all of it, but there is a reason why we have our intuition, our higher self, because our intuition is connected in with all that deep knowing. It's proper high priestess vibes, you know, all that deep knowing of all those lives you've lived are within. So you remember them. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a bird going wild. You can really connect in more with this intuition that will help you honestly guide you through all of this, all of these obstacles and all this struggle that you may be facing. Connecting into that intuition with meditation, being still, contemplating, taking your time will actually slowly help you to unlock these mysteries for yourself. All right, my beautiful pile threes, this is all that I have for you today. I really hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. Okay, if you did enjoy this reading, then please leave this video a like because it does help me out a bunch. All my links will be listed in the description box below, along with all decks, music, and equipment used in today's video. If you do feel called to leave a tip to honor this energetic transfer, my PayPal is linked below. This is not necessary, but please know it is always received with love and appreciation. I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you. And let me close out this reading by thanking my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the moon, our mother, the sun, our father, the earth, fire, wind, and water from the north, south, east, and west for all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. Goodbye, my lovelies. Good luck and take care. See you soon.